What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Anthony Sain Show. This is, of course, your host, Anthony Sain, here with my guys, man. Perry Sharkey, Kenny Stubblefield, the big three. We back, man. We on a little streak, man. We looking like the Heatles, man. We looking like the Heatles, man. Like we about to go back to back on y'all.
Hey, we trying to do some things, man. DeMarcus Cole, we heard you on Twitter, bro.
Oh, look at my boy. He coming out early. Oh, shit. Man, coming out early.
I heard on Locked on Grizz, too. He said on Locked on Grizz this morning.
He said it on Locked on Grizz?
Yep.
Hey, I hate to let y'all down. I'm sitting here in between two hoopers. I know these two dudes can hoop. I ain't picked up a basketball in 20 years. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. So I'm gonna live vicariously through y'all if y'all want to have smoke with all these other media bums out here. But I will say this, man. Y'all picking a fine time to talk about who the media hoopers are when the real hoopers ain't in Memphis no more. Because when Jonathan Marshall was here and when Kari Thompson was here, I ain't hear none of this for none of these.
Hey. I wasn't media at the time, so I went.
I don't buy. Listen, all love to Kari. I don't buy that nonsense whatsoever. That old goofy 6'8" looking mug. I don't think that man can ball.
Hey, they can pull up.
Tell him, hey, we'll bring him back.
Get y'all publications to fly y'all down.
Hey, listen, I am fully convinced that there is a lot of people that say they can hoop that can't hoop. I'm looking at you, Matt. I'm looking at you, Matt Enfield.
God,
I don't think this man.
Swole dude, man.
Little swole dude, man. Little T-Rex arm looking mug. What are we talking about, man?
Hey, Greg Gaston's son looking ass. Over buff ass.
Over buff. Buff for no reason looking.
Man, that man buff is applies to nothing that got to do with his job, bro. And none of your applications say, are you buff as hell? Yeah, sure, I'm buff.
Yeah.
Throw me up.
No way, dude.
No way. News reporter, buff for no reason ass nigga,
man. Bro. Funny, man.
Man, non-functional swole, bro. This is non-applicable swole, bro. This don't apply to nothing. Just tearing that ass up for no reason, bro. And this is my guy.
That's my guy, man.
Get off on that like that. Why you see up for that man, bro?
Hey, it's Memphis, bro. That's what we do out here. That's what we do.
Man, get his ass, man.
And I got I got Avery Braxton in my ear too, man. Let me tell you about Avery, bro. Avery,
get your Ichabod Mortimer
looking chicken leg looking.
Man,
come
the
on,
kidney
man.
bean man. Look at that. Man, the hot tamale man son. Look at on Elvis President. Look at that.
Hot tamale man son.
Woo!
No.
I'm ready for it, man. We might have
something. Look at that.
We might have something in the works for maybe some media basketball. I'm challenging all the media outlets.
Hey, challenging y'all there.
Get your threes.
Oh, goddamn three.
Get your threes. Get them in shape, and let's go.
Hey,
I'm just talking.
Hey, after this,
I'll be out there like Draymond, just fouling the shit out of him.
At this, we need a Memphis media check-in session as well.
Hey, man.
Who else talking about the hooping?
DeMichael been talking about it.
Get your Will Smith looking ass. Man, hold on.
Everybody in the comments.
Get your spoken reason looking ass on DeMichael, bro.
Man, come on.
Who came talking about here kill both of us?
Evan Hayes.
Who? Man, Evan, get your fake ass. What's your boy?
Noah.
The champions of what? Look at that. What's his name? The living dude who just won.
Hey, if he getting threes, he on our side, so I guess we can't.
Who, Evan? Yeah, he'll be on. Yeah, that's our third man.
Yeah, he might be on our side. I don't know.
Oh, Michael can hoop. Michael Harrell, he can hoop. You got what's the name too? They can hoop. Zay.
Don't Greer.
Greer can hoop. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. BCM might be on these folks' ass. Hey, y'all get a team together.
We might have
two teams. We
might have two teams.
Dude, I know Rusty tall.
Rusty's 6'5". He can. I bet he can
hoop though. Hey, I shit kind of unfair. We got these amateur ass reporters out here.
Hey, that's right. and that's been the funny part about it. That's been the funny part about it. Everybody's been like, all right, so can content creators be a part of podcasters? Can they be a part of it? And I'm sitting there going, hold on. He's like, it is a good question. So we got to make some rules on that. Like how many?
We might put Brevin Knight on y'all bitch ass.
Hey,
I'll say,
come on, man.
I got supposed to my ABR crew. They can hoop too.
Journalistic nerd, man. No one ain't none of y'all really just hooping.
Yeah. Only team I'm concerned about is if Ground City Media brings out like somebody.
Hell no.
The
folks ain't got no. Nah, brother. They don't count, bro.
I don't know.
The folks had to get Kelsey Wright Johnson.
They're all under the same payroll, man.
Right. Kelsey used to hoop.
There you go.
Didn't
Didn't she play for like Team Canada or something like
Yeah,
that?
some shit like that.
Yeah, because she
got that
said
work
somebody
on y'all,
talking about the Michael Wood wait till she gone.
Man, talking all that shit ain't no, but nigga, who you talking about? Who was Drew Hill or somebody? Nigga, like who is he? Who is he calling out, bro? Like
Mark Giannotto. Where's Mark Giannotto?
Jeff Calkins, nigga. Man, the Michael, bro, my guy, man, glowworm looking at it.
Nah, you got me when you said them ain't like spoken reasons a couple years ago.
That's what he look like.
I can't unsee that, John. I can't ever unsee that.
Asking all the questions, looking ass nigga.
Asking all them questions.
Make it stay.
Emmanuel Hudson. Who's Emmanuel Hudson in this thing then?
Shit, I don't know.
Devin, I guess.
Hey, Devin can hoop too though.
I don't buy it whatsoever.
Devin played high school.
I can see it. I was supposed to invite him to hoop with me before.
Hey, Devin can hoop a little bit.
Hey, can we get former? I heard Parker Fleming can hoop.
Yeah, Parker got shot. Yeah, Parker can hoop.
Man, Parker might be on the other side. Just be on the other side. Who else? Parker, John Martin can hoop.
If we could get,
I'm joking, but I bet you he can hoop.
If we could get Daniel Greer in shape, I bet Daniel can hoop.
Really?
But don't he hooping in like a league though?
Yeah, Greer hooping.
Okay,
he hooping like a league. So I think he in some sort of shape.
Like,
but if we're doing threes, if you play half court in threes, you don't really have to be in
tell your ass
devil shape.
That's a good point.
Yeah, let's make that shit happen, man. But it's episode 150, man. We got the big three. Feeling good, man. Good to be with my guys, man. Not many shows left this calendar year, so we're going to have some fun. The Grizzlies are on the whole Emirates Cup, NBA Cup break right now. They won't play again until tonight. They're playing against the Brooklyn Nets. And I'm all down for who all wants to kidnap Cam Johnson and just make him sign on the dotted line. Stay with the Grizzlies.
What was that movie?
Celtic Pride.
Yep, I remember that.
Damon Wayans was playing a Karl Malone-esque player. He was playing for Utah, so I guess he's supposed to be like Karl Malone.
That's hilarious.
The Boston fans kidnapped him so they wouldn't lose the game. I don't know if it was the finals or what, but they kidnapped Damon Wayans.
It made me think of. You remember that time DeAndre Jordan was about to lead the Clippers, and they all Doc Rivers, Chris Paul, and all of them just camped out his house. So he's stayed.
And wouldn't let him leave. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Right. And I remember Chris Broussard was like was saying something that was contrary to what some other white reporter was saying. And that was at the time when people was like, Chris Broussard misses on a lot of stuff, right? Like he's probably making something up. I said, man, y'all have to remember, bro. Chris Broussard is black. That man might be talking to DeAndre Hunter. He might be talking to DeAndre Hunter grandmama whose house he was in. You know what I'm saying? Because he was at like his mama house or grandmama house or something like that. But yeah, I definitely remember that night. That was one of the times where you really knew. That's one of NBA Twitter's craziest nights for real.
That whole DeAndre Jordan, because wasn't it Dallas they were trying to get him?
It was Dallas. It was Dallas, right?
Because Mark Cuban had him basically verbally committed, right? And then they just they wouldn't let him leave.
Bro. And that's one of those things too. And that's we're going to use this to segue into what I want to start the show with. That's one thing I like too about how these NBA players are doing podcasts because they're telling stories, bro.
Yes.
Like that you heard about, but they're telling the details of. Because
he told details about that on Podcast B, I believe. DeAndre Jordan did earlier this year.
Yeah, he showed it. Yep. Because I was tripping when Carmelo Anthony was telling the story of Kevin Garnett.
Oh, dude, that was the funniest. Because everybody was wondering.
He was waiting for that right out the bro.
All of us honey nut Cheerio.
Yeah, bro. It's funny, bro.
Because that was pre-podcasting stuff.
Yeah, to hear those stories, hear the full detailed stories of these guys about stuff that was kind of like a news flash or just like a random tweet that came out is crazy. But there's a lot more stories I definitely want to hear about for sure, how they went down. But speaking of which, man, there's a podcast. I call it the best local national podcast in the world, man, because it's the Out the Mud podcast, which of course is hosted by Tony Allen and Zach Randolph, who are native Memphians as far as I'm concerned, because the show has such a Memphis feel to it. They're two guys who've been ingrained in our city, adopted sons of the city, and I love their show.
They shoot it here in the city.
I don't know where the hell they shooting today,
bro.
Like, bro, where y'all at?
Tony Allen car, wherever
they started up in the middle of the show.
Yeah, like, bro, where are y'all?
Come on, man. It's a garage. It's literally just a garage.
But is it somebody's house or is it like
gotta be somebody's house? Gotta be somebody's house.
That's a hell of a garage then, because that must look like a
huge
warehouse.
Garage.
That look like a warehouse. Like, that boy look big. But anyway, Out the Mud podcast.
It's so good, man.
Yep. The two latest episodes have been Penny Hardaway and Jaren Jackson Jr. And this Jaren Jackson Jr. podcast may be one of the best Grizzlies moments ever. And I'm gonna say this because it's a moment where, because Jaren was the guy that was the transitional player between Grit and Grind and Grizz NextGen. You know what I mean? He's the one that's still here. You know, Dylan was the guy who was before him. He was also a transitional guy. But Jaren was the true conduit between the generations because he was the last dude. He was the last draft pick, and he was with those that ended the Grit and Grind era. And he came over to Grizz NextGen. And just to see how, because you see all the criticism of Jaren, right? You see people, he's soft, he don't do this, he don't rebound. But to see two of the Grizzlies grace, like, man, bro, we love your game. Like, we stamp you. Like, you know what I mean? And hearing Zebo say, even out of college, when you was at Michigan State, like, how I want to, you know, I was glad when we got you. And hearing them say we and us and the city and talking like Memphis people talk and checking each other and all that type of stuff. And, man, just seeing Zebo and Tony being Memphis and just being black, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is fire, bro. And see Jaren, and Jaren's not a street dude, but to see him be able to just kind of let his hair down a little bit. Like, as a podcaster, Paris, I know you'll agree. Kenny, I know you'll agree. One of the things that you always want to do when you have somebody on their show is feel comfortable, bro. Like, you feel like you can just kind of be yourself. And I think that's something that those two guys really have mastered, because Penny let his hair down a lot. Penny was just telling some amazing stories.
He told the shooting story. Like, he told him. I've never heard him tell that story publicly before. It was crazy. Yeah.
Anyway. And that's something that's definitely one of my goals, is that whenever somebody comes on, to feel like they can just be themselves. And I just think over time, like in 100, it's crazy. This is episode 150. I just think in the 150 episodes we've done this, when I've had guests on, like I've had guys like, what's my guy who, a special reporter for Commercial Appeal?
The Jonah Dillon.
Jonah Dillon. Like, he came on the show, right? I wanted Jonah to feel comfortable as hell, knowing that we ain't the same type of dude. You know, knowing he was a out of town guy. Like, I use that as an example.
He was brand new.
I want him to feel welcome at home. He could be him. Like, that's something I've always wanted to do, you know, when people come on to the show. And that's been some of the best moments. Like when Brevin Knight came on and Brevin was able to be unbuttoned Brevin. Like, that's definitely one of the goals. So I definitely commend that show. I love what they're doing. And that Jaren Jackson Jr. interview was crazy. But I'm gonna throw this question out to y'all, because it was a topic of discussion on the show. And we're gonna have this discussion just to start it off, right? Tony asked Jaren who would win in the game between the 2011-2012 Memphis Grizzlies, which I think was one of the better Grizzlies teams, even though they got put out. That was the team that got put out in the first round by the Clippers.
That was the one. Yeah. Rudy Gay and OJ Mayo.
Rudy Gay and OJ Mayo on that team with Tony Allen, with Zach Randolph, with Mike Conley, with
but Tony
wasn't all them on the team together.
But Tony wasn't playing then, was he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was.
That was the year after.
They traded OJ that year, I believe. No, they didn't. It was next year.
The first
year,
they
traded OJ and Rudy. No, OJ left at that offseason, so he finished that year. Yep.
The first year was, you know, the all heart, grit, grind. That's when Tony got into the starting lineup, right?
That's when he took his spot.
That's when we lost to Oklahoma City.
In
the next round, we had all that hype about us. And remember, the Clippers when they got Blake Griffin. And then the hype, they kind of stole our hype.
They got Chris Paul. They already had Blake Griffin. They got Chris
Blake
Paul
already. They drafted Blake and got Chris Paul. That's what it was.
And all the hype went to them that season, because they stole our hype. Because everybody was like, man, the Grizzlies got Rudy Gay back. Remember, that's when we started 9-on-1 Grizz, Kenny.
Yeah.
That was the summer, because we was like, we were going to start 9-on-1 Grizz because the Grizzlies had Rudy Gay coming back. We were talking about, man, Rudy's coming back. These boys going to be good. And it never happened because they lost. They lost that first round.
Blew a 27-point lead in game 1.
I was at that game. That game was terrible.
Yeah. Shout out to
lost game 7 at home.
Yeah. Shout out to the people who say that Lionel Hollins is the best coach of all time. Clearly was not. If you go back, and look at how that series played out. But
talk about in-game adjustments, bro.
Bro, we was about 24 with 8 minutes to go.
It was Nick Young.
I'm gonna say this, then we go get into the topic. It's at the bottom. But I'm gonna say this right here. Taylor Jenkins, bro. Especially after you watch this podcast. I'm gonna say something about Taylor Jenkins. Oh shit. A report just came through. What happened? What are you talking about? Hold on. Oh, it's
I said we got breaking news over here.
What did it say? Zach Edey has been upgraded to doubtful.
Is doubtful
for Friday's game, so he'll be back
Sunday.
Soon. He'll be back Sunday. There you go. Yeah, there you go. All right,
only 2 people on the out list, bro. Ooh.
That shit look good on him, man. All right, I will say this right here though. Taylor Jenkins. Taylor Jenkins, I'm gonna say something. This is a take that I ain't heard nobody say that I definitely came out of my mouth. Taylor Jenkins is a very, very smart coach. I'm gonna say that the man he's way too smart for the deficiencies that he does have. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Like game planning, the strategy.
I've always thought that, yeah.
The developing guys, the way he wants to try to utilize guys, that shit is smart. Like I'm almost say damn near genius level. But the fact that he has the rotation problems and the minutes restriction stuff and knowing when to pull guys, that part I don't understand. Like it don't add up. Because when you hear people
is he too smart for his own? Is he too smart for his own?
That's what I'm starting to think. It might be some shit
when
like
you think about it, most coaches are. I see a lot of coaches, not even just NBA, NFL. They always do stuff. You be like, what?
Do you know who the coaches are that aren't that way? It's the coaches who played. The coaches who played.
Yeah, I was about to say that. The ones who play are not. The ones who play are either bad or they're not like that. Or they're good.
Because hearing Jaren say, Jinx came to me and was like, "You're about to start bringing the ball up court." And Jaren's like, "Oh, quit playing." And no, for real, you about to start like right now. And Jaren's like, "Well, I thought it was just something for practice." No, you about to do it in the game. Like the fact that he like saw that and we're actually doing it now, and it's like a big part of Jaren's game. And the shit really works because it's like, okay, how do you guard the 7-footer? Like I gotta pull, like who do I put on him? And how do I guard? And it's kind of taking this game to the next level. Yeah. He realized, okay, let's do this in this nightmare ass season. And it really unlocked Jaren. Jaren is still unlocked. Jaren still got that beast mode in him. Like, well, I can dog any of these dudes in the league. Like
that's not anybody. Yeah, he's not scared of anybody in the league now.
Yeah, like this. I gotta give him credit for that. Like I gotta give him credit. Be like, okay, Jenkins is a pretty smart dude. So how are you still the same dude who has these rotation issues? Like how are you this goofy when it comes down to? But then I gotta give a man props too because he like, bro, you got Marcus Smart on this team who you traded multiple first-round picks for. And you realize, man, Mark is on some bullshit right now. Sit your ass down. Jake LaRavia, get your ass in the game and close. Like that, and it worked. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to just really put a finger on what the hell Taylor Jenkins did.
I about to say that I think that was a growth moment for him. Like, we've been waiting for Taylor Jenkins to do something. And it's like, I was talking with Parker after one of them games, and he was saying the same thing. He was like, I didn't think Taylor Jenkins would have the guts to actually bring Marcus Smart off the bench. And I was like,
even bring him on.
We all thought Taylor Jenkins wasn't going to ever get to the point to do that.
Right.
And it's like,
even to the point where he pump fake, like, because remember when him and Bain came back, he set Bain on the bench too, just to smooth it over for Marcus. Seemed like, okay, well, I'm gonna sit all y'all motherfuckers down, and then all right, Bain, come on, Marcus. Like it was a real Dr. Evil type stuff. All right, everybody out, not you, number 2. Not you. Marcus, my damn, I'm still on the bench. Not you, Jalen Wells. Not you, Santi. Like that. And he played that shit. Marcus Smart built a bitch ever since then. You know what I'm saying? But like I don't know what Taylor. I do not know, bro. I don't know what Taylor Jenkins is. Because on one end, I think he's a really smart coach. And other end, I think he's a goof. And it's like, bro, but like hearing the stories that people say about him, the guys on his team. Yeah, like, bro, he's gotta be. I don't know, bro. They love him. And I don't
never have anything bad to say about him.
Would you ever just go, let me just trust the guys that are with him, the guys that are playing for him?
I want to, bro, but them playoff games, bro, you don't get them over, bro. Like, and that's the thing that bothers me so much, bro. Like, you look at games where, like, playoff games, I just think back, like, the stuff, like, we go crazy over Marcus Smart, like, the goofball stuff he's doing. Like, he goes 1 for 11, or, damn, Marcus Smart killed us in the 4th. Bro, I remember games with Dylan Brooks would just be on bullshit, bro. For like if Jenkins was doing shit, like I'm talking about, well, he might take 20-something shots in the game. You know what I mean? Like for real though. Like I remember Dylan Brooks just kind of there just playing straight hero ball and was just sitting back enduring Dylan doing that shit. So it's like I really don't know.
And it took Zach Kleiman getting him out of here for that to stop. Right?
I don't know.
I think things like that because when he was playing Grayson Allen, starring Grayson Allen, and then traded him to get Desmond Bain started. It takes
just like in the playoffs, there was a year where we had healthy Luke Kennard, And it was like, okay, bro, Luke Kennard needs to be playing.
Brought him in to shoot.
And it was like
and
2 or 3 games too late. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like the Golden State Warriors series, it took a couple games before they sat Steven Adams in the Minnesota series, right? We switched over and went to Tillman. But he didn't realize it took too long to bring Adams back for the Golden State series, right, bro?
Yeah.
But maybe, I mean, just like the players can mature and Jaren's matured, Ja's matured, even offensively, Ja's matured. Maybe he got to mature too, man. I want to trust the dude, man. I'm like, dude, you can't be fucking up in the playoffs.
Let's not forget. It took Lionel Hollins an injury to Xavier Henry and OJ Mayo.
For Tony Allen to even
be Tony Allen start.
Like
it took Tony Allen giving OJ that black eye.
Giving OJ the black eye.
Hit him in his mouth.
I mean, dude, Lionel was stuck on Xavier, right? Like,
Xavier Henry was the real one. That was the one that was like, what?
Yeah, I mean,
why is he starting?
Coaches have that tunnel vision sometimes, right? And I almost wonder if there's a level of almost too smart for his own good to the point where it's paralysis by analysis. Where it's
Lionel Hollins had no clue of how to make Rudy Gay and Zach Randolph work at this
work.
Like,
he didn't.
He couldn't figure it out.
No adjustments to be able to make that work.
Because we've been bamboozled and tricked into believing that Rudy Gay was a problem on this
couldn't
team.
Work.
And we got better by getting rid of a 20-point per game score. Like, well, that's what we got tricked into thinking, bro. Like, oh, we're better without that dude.
A 6'9" playmaker. Like,
right.
What are we talking about, man?
We got tricked into thinking that was smart. And we chased that type of dude forever. We went and got Jeff Green and all that type of stuff trying to go.
10 years, bro.
Yeah. And now we got a spare one and G.G. Jackson just chilling right now. You know what I mean? Got another Rudy Gay just over there just vibing.
Completely healthy.
But yeah. But back to the question at the bottom, man. 2011, 2012 Memphis Grizzlies versus.
That was 2022. I thought it was 2020.
Yeah.
It was 21. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Let me fix it.
Yeah.
21-22 Grizzlies was, of course, the team that had the one that lost to Golden State in the second round. They had Dylan Brooks, Kyle Anderson, Anthony Melton, all those guys. And basically, he asked Jaren who would win, and Tony, Jaren was like 4-1. And so out the mud, that's right. Like, we'll beat y'all. We'll beat y'all.
They might say,
this motherfucker.
They might say pick y'all game. Y'all maybe game one. I don't know. Maybe we be a 3-0. Y'all come out game 4.
Jared said, TA said, ain't gonna be none of this right here, man. We putting the arm on. We putting the arm bar in. And so Jared said, so y'all gonna be out there fouling. Oh man.
I loved it, man, because it was so fun. The whole conversation was so funny because it was like Zach and I think Zach knew he was saying that Tripp was talking about his team winning, but Tony was like, "Man, we honor that, man. Yeah, like grind, we out the mud." And he was like, "Nah, bro, y'all win one game." On y'all ass.
Hey, so we go share our thoughts on it.
You believe him? You believe Jaren?
Man, I'm gonna say this. This team right now, like the 24-25, like you had there at first. Forget them up out of here, bro, real quick.
I'm trying to think who came out there. I'm trying to think who came. I know OJ came out the bench. But was Sam Young on that team?
No, Sam Young was gone. That was a year after.
It was after him.
I think Sam Young was gone.
No, I think he was there then. That was after Shane Battier. Shane Battier was gone. Shane Battier went to Miami. Yeah, Sam Young was on that team. Come out the bench. Xavier Henry, obviously, but he wasn't good.
No, he wasn't on that team. 2011, 21. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, I got to go. I'm looking at myself.
Pull it up, man.
I know the bench unit for the
Gilbert Arenas, Dante Cunningham, Mark Gasol, Rudy Gay, Lester Hudson, OJ Mayo, Jeremy Pargo, Quincy Pondexter.
That's the year. That's the year when Zach came back late because Zach got hurt.
Because Maurice Spates started a lot.
Mo started a lot that year.
Mo buckets.
I like
Quincy Pondexter. I made it. Haddadi.
The team, Haddadi.
Yeah, Sam Young was on the team.
Man, Grizz NextGen, bro. In 5, just like what Jaren said, bro.
I agree.
I ain't gonna lie. That Grizz NextGen team, they weren't just there in the head, man. They're a total different team mentally now.
That's what I was saying. That's why I was like, it's gonna
be. I'm gonna say this right here, though, bro.
I think they'll win, but not 0-4-1.
But back then in 2011-12, any fast team was getting us up out of there, bro. Any team that had some athleticism, man, we could get our ass smacked by them type of teams. Man, goddamn Atlanta Hawks and Charlotte, none of them type of teams.
But the game slow in the 7-game series, the game slows down. So that's why I give them a shot. But I think the 21-22 team still wins. I won't say 5, I say 6.
Yeah, probably 6-7. But right now, 24-25, mop their ass.
What you saying, Kenny?
When did the Phoenix Suns start doing that 7 seconds or less type?
2007. Whenever Steve Nash won his first MVP when he first got there.
Because I remember how crazy, like it was just mind blowing how fast they ran. I was listening to somebody talk the other day saying that they'd be like bottom of the NBA right now in terms of pace.
In terms
of pace and speed
wild.
Compared to what it is now.
Bro,
how much is just going crazy?
Too, bro. I'm glad you said that too, bro. I'm gonna go back to this season. All right. I'm gonna look up the scores.
Oh,
for
bro.
game.
That cup game last night, but Golden State and them, that joint was like 91-90.
I guarantee you the playoff games in 2011-22 was in the 90s. I guarantee you that.
Oh, yeah, it had to be.
And the Grizzlies in Boston scoring 130 some points a game right now, bro. Hold on, bro. I'm gonna go back to this season. How can I pull that up?
And still have a top 5 defense.
2011, 12 NBA playoffs.
Let's do Grizzlies Clipper series.
I guarantee you them games was like 98 to something. Hold on, man. Hold on,
I got it.
You got it.
Game one was 9. We was up by 27 points, and we ended the game with 98 points. 99-98.
Hey, 2021-22, bro. In 5. Just like Jaron said, bro.
Game 3, 87-86.
You think you finna hold that team to 87 points?
Game 7, 82-72.
Hey, game 3, Chicago Bulls versus Philadelphia 76ers, 79-74.
God, dog.
Jaron was right. Bro, I don't care what nobody say, bro. Today's NBA, these teams would smack them old teams, bro. Like, for real.
Hey,
I tell people all the time, like, Jordan is the best player of all time. That Golden State Warriors team, they had KD on them up.
Oh, they the best team ever.
Would beat the shit out of Jordan and them.
That's the best team ever.
Your mind, you think otherwise.
Ain't no question.
Because it was not no teams in the league that could take and make threes like the goddamn Golden State Warriors do back then. If you drop them boys, you take them boys from the future and drop them off in the 90s, they would beat the shit out of Jordan. Lost your damn mind. But man, we're gonna take a break, man. When we come back, we're gonna talk more about a little trade topic that's been thrown out on Twitter by your boy. We're gonna talk about that. And what else we said we're gonna talk about, bro? What to look forward to when the Grizzlies come back.
After this break.
After the break. On y'all Miggy Figures, man. It's episode 150. We're about to take a break. When we come back, there's gonna be more than Answer the Sain show. We see you guys in a minute.
We needed that win just for morale purposes. If they go up there, they already lost to the Mavs this week. Again, not even just for the fan base, but for themselves. Like, how do you stack up against these top teams in the league? That's a big confidence boost, bro. And so, shout out to them for going there and doing what they had to do. That just shows you when he is on,
locked in,
nobody's gonna beat him. But when his team is coming around supporting him, that's going to be hard to beat.
It didn't seem like the moment was too big for anybody on the team. And again, like you said, it starts with Ja. Ja was locked in from the jump. Being ejected from that Kings game was probably the best thing that could have happened to him for the Celtics game because he was on demon time from the jump.
Tune into the No Bluffing Podcast with your hosts, Christian Ingram and Evan Hayes, every Monday at 12 p.m. only on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
I told you that I think I need to write in and tell somebody that I retired.
You officially retired?
So for me, I think it's literally, I just want to let everybody know I'm making my announcement here on Night Court.
This is breaking stuff.
That I'm retired. I'm not coming back. I think I'm going to hang up my sneakers. I've done as much as I can in this game that I can do. But I want to thank all my coaches, all my teammates, some of the GMs, the NBA is great to me and my family, man. So I would just like to say, oh wow, I just want to say thank you.
Oh no, tears! Oh my goodness. Can we go on, or should we just end it there?
Tune in to the Night Court Podcast with your hosts Rob Fisher and Brevin Knight on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show. Here, my guys, Perry Sharkey, Kenny Stubblefield, episode 150. Man, reached another little landmark on y'all ass out here, man. But good to be with my guys here on this Friday recording. Before the break, we talked about the I almost said No Bluffing podcast. Shout out to my boy Christian Ingram too, man. Yeah, man. I say give my boy props, man. He really is pushing everybody. Like Chris just be coming up with some cold ideas, man, and I like what they're doing over there. I looked up there, the background looked different, had a little gold highlights. I said, yeah, my dog, man. I gotta be doing some stuff, man. But no, shout out to them. What I was about to say, the Out the Mud podcast, talked about that in the beginning of the show. Then we started talking about who would win between 2011-12 and 2021-22, as well as how overrated Lionel Hollins was as a coach. Friend of the program, Lionel Hollins, but just being real. Yeah. But another topic, a lot of been doing this break, like we talked about in the last show. There's been a lot of discussion between general managers with this free time, hitting each other out, blowing each other up in the DM, screenshotting the Brooklyn Nets, screenshotting your DMs, man, and putting it out there to the Sham Sharanias of the world. And that stuff between Shams and Miami Heat GM is
hilarious.
That was Jimmy Butler's agent.
Funny. Oh, it was Jimmy Butler's agent. Okay. Yeah, because Pat Riley's still the GM of the
That's so funny, man.
Yeah, that shit funny. That man, they big trying to get that man out of Miami. I'm gonna tell you why, because what he's saying is too calculated, because he's naming teams that can pay him this summer, just like he did when he named Miami. It was a team that could pay him. Like that's coming from his agent. But yeah, a lot of trade stuff has came out. All right, last time on the show, I said that internally that I'm aware of 3 teams that the Grizzlies have had conversations with. So another team is in the chat. The Grizzlies, I know for a fact that the Grizzlies will talk to 4 teams when it comes down to trade.
Hey, you gonna make me pull the Jayden Brown, man. State your source, man.
State your sources, man.
Brandon, state your
sources, bro.
There's another one. Who was that last one? Yeah, it's 4, right? Okay, so
all right, give us Eastern or Western.
I'm trying to remember who the 4 are.
You've named them in the group chat, I think.
Oh, they are all Eastern and 1 West. 3 Eastern, 1 Western.
Okay.
Yeah. 3 Eastern, 1 Western. And I ain't know somebody know this either, man. It's other people know that too. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyway,
so it's got to start from somewhere.
Yeah, man.
You might want to join the Bluff City Media Discord for the low price of $9.99. But guess what? You still ain't gonna find it out there either.
I was about to say
it ain't in there either. I was like, wait, did you put it in there?
Hell no, I don't know them folks. I don't know them people in there.
You can come argue with D-Grums.
Where you gonna argue with D-Grums and Sean Colbert? Let them drop cool Luke Kennard stats. That man said the Grizzlies shoot 40% from 3 in games that Luke Kennard plays. I was like, well, hey,
he ain't
played a few weeks and he just beat Boston. So,
they averaging 130 without him. I don't know what to tell you, man. Like,
oh man. All right. So anyway, the topic of the Grizzlies and trades has been, a lot of people have been talking about it. And I threw out a question today. I threw out a poll. And I asked the question, would you trade Santi Aldama, not particular for any particular person, but for some of the wing names that you've heard kind of speculated around, right? Whether that's the who am I saying? Whether that's the Cam Johnsons of the world, whether that's the Herb Jones of the world, the what's my guy?
DeAndre Hunter
of the world.
DeAndre Hunter.
You've heard DeAndre Hunter's name thrown around. You've heard, of course, what's my guy in Portland?
Jeremy Grant.
Jeremy Grant. You've heard these type of names. Like, would you trade Santi Aldama for a guy like that, right? And I'm excited to hear that 60% of you guys out there have a brain. Like, it's good to know that 60% of y'all are not emotionally overcharged over Santi Aldama. Now, but all jokes aside, the 3 choices were yes, no, and only for Cam Johnson. And the majority of the people said either yes or only for Cam Johnson, which basically they're not saying no, that they are willing to trade Santi depending on what's going on.
Just who, yeah.
And I'll say this, man. I think Santi has had a really good season. I think he's a good player. And I think he's a guy who could possibly only get better. But
6 man of the year candidate.
Bro, I would trade the shit out of Santi. Like, I don't understand why people are being resistant about it. Because it's like, if I go get a Cam Johnson, right? First of all, y'all ain't looking up Cam Johnson numbers. I know y'all not, because I remember having the same conversation about Jeremy Grant, who at the time was averaging like 20 points a game, shooting 40% from three, right? I was like, there's no way you're looking at Jeremy Grant's numbers, and that's what you're saying. Cam Johnson right now is averaging over 18 points a game, and he's shooting like 43, 44% from three.
Mm-hmm. Perfect fit. And don't forget about his defense.
And he's a good defender. I'm like, bro, like, there's no way that y'all are serious. And it's like, if you get Cam Johnson, that moves Jalen Wells to the bench. You start Cam Johnson, you move Jalen to the bench. That's another reserve wing you have that's a versatile defender.
GG takes Santi's role.
Right. GG can do what Santi does. And you can puts Huff into your 4-man big rotation. You got 4 bigs. You got Brandon Clark, Jaren Jackson Jr., Edie, and Huff are your 4 bigs.
Yep.
You ain't really losing. You ain't losing that production, bro. Because Cam Johnson's a dude that you know he's a better player than Santi. You know what I mean?
And Chris, I don't know if he said it on the show yet tonight, but he said eventually when it gets to that point, if GG does ascend to being a starter, Cam Johnson has played off the bench before.
He's played off the bench.
Yeah, you can. And
he's just a good dude. He's a low profile, low maintenance dude. Bro, I would get your ass out of here. Santi, like, what are you talking about? Like, what are we talking? Like, I don't understand. I like what Santi's doing. But I'm not gonna act like I ain't watched Santi be mid as hell last year, bro. Like, fully healthy, Santi looked really bad last year. Like, and I'm not gonna act like that didn't happen. You know what I mean? So
and contract situation. Cam Johnson's already on the contract for like 3 years. Santi, you got to think about this offseason. You know, what you got to pay him is
it makes a difference. And a team like Brooklyn, they say that they're looking for expiring contracts. They're looking for first round picks, right? Me and Christian Ingram, we put this in the little caps pro, whatever the little trade thing is. I don't know how this worked, but because y'all may tell me. Kenny,
I tried to do it on ESPN, but they wouldn't let me put Luke Kennard yet.
Kennard in there because it ain't December 15th.
Because it's 15th, so
yeah, it is very soon though.
2 days.
Y'all tell me how this is possible, bro. Me and Christian were playing around on Fanspo, I'm sorry. And Luke Kennard, Santi Aldama, Jake LaRavia, that's 9.2 million, 3.9 million, and 3.3 million. That comes out to about $17 million. No, it's not to about 16, $17 million, right? No, yeah. Cam Johnson makes 23.6. They said that trade works. How?
It must be because do Brooklyn have cap space? Do Brooklyn have cap space?
We're taking the money though.
That's why we are taking higher.
How does that trade work? I think that's wrong, bro.
Maybe it's because we're still under the first apron. Well, I mean, under the second.
But we over the cap though. I don't know, bro. But Fanspo said that trade mathematically works. Now I don't know how.
Maybe their website.
How reliable is that? How reliable is that?
Yeah,
I don't know. Platform. I'm an ESPN trade machine guy.
We gotta wait till December 15th. What it sound like?
Yeah, wait till December 15th. See what ESPN joint say. The John Hollinger joint. See what it say. Man, I would do that shit. I don't think Brooklyn's gonna take 3 dudes back.
That's my issue. Is they wouldn't take 3 guys back.
Hey, bro, one of them folks did that shit and cut like Jake LaRavia the same day. Oh man,
I doubt it. The way he playing,
bro. I would.
Somebody give him a shot.
If we get Cam Johnson, bro, we are ready for the world.
All right, well then let's go. You said part of your 3 options were only for Cam Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
What if Herb Jones is on the table?
Shit, I do that shit too.
No,
you crazy.
I wouldn't.
I had to press pause. I don't know.
I would. I'd have a heavy pause on that.
All right, Herb Jones. Because I'm tired of dudes who only defense, no offense.
Can't shoot.
I need to know.
What is he shooting this year?
That was last year. And that was the only year of his career.
What was he doing? What was he shooting this year though?
He ain't doing like he was last year. Let me see.
Because I would say Santi has gotten better on defense. That was one particular thing as well.
Shooting 30%. Shooting 30% from the 3-point line. 51.8 from the from overall field goal percentage.
I said they do give you a defensive player of the year,
averaging 10.7 points. But then you would have to start that man, right?
No, that's the point. I don't want to. If you get
That's
him,
my
start.
Or I guess you wouldn't start him. I guess you could bring him off the bench if you wanted to. But
I like Herb Jones a lot. I think, in my opinion, if you get Herb Jones, Marcus Smart has it. They cancel each other out. I'd rather, if you get him, Marcus Smart need to go in that case.
Damn, that man shooting 29% from three.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It takes some prayer consideration, bro.
Yeah, we have to take that under consideration.
I mean, Santi was shooting in the 20s from three at one point this year. Now he up to 37%. So that was out there.
Santi's balling out. Santi's balling out.
I love you. You're balling out. But if there's a Cam Johnson trade and they want you back because they know they probably can sign you or let you go, whatever they want to do this summer. Hey, I'm a Los holler at you, my guy. For real.
Los holler.
It's been real, mama.
I ain't gonna have him. I'm gonna miss him and Terry Davis conversations about soccer and stuff.
Man, hey, I ain't gonna. Hey, never had one with him.
Dude, man, Santi's shooting 52.5% from field goal, 37.5%.
He career has across the board.
Averaging 13.2 points a game.
7.5 rebounds.
Bro, y'all not. Hey, let's be real now. Let's not act like that. Coach Isilow's amazing offensive system ain't got all these dudes looking like something they probably not. Because the man got Jake LaRavia out there looking like Scottie Pippen. So
I ain't gonna say all that, but he's looking better.
Got Jake looking like Larry Bird out there, man. Man, that's
say all that.
There's a man like, man, this offense got all these sorry motherfuckers looking like they
said Brian.
Get me out of
this. Could have said Brian Cardinal or somebody.
Yeah, no, I think Jake looking too cold in this goddamn office. And Dad's like, man, the hell? I got me looking regular as hell with these dudes.
Oh, that's funny.
He got himself.
I'm joking, but I do think that I do think this offense is not made for Desmond Bain. And I said that in the preseason. I like that dude look weird as hell out there doing this shit.
I legitimately I think you're overthinking that. I think you're overthinking
he's hurt too, though. I think the injury stuff is real too. But Dez does not look good. The only games Dez has looked good this season is when he said, "Fuck this shit. I'm gonna dribble." Like I'm gonna do Desmond Bain shit. Like when he started doing that, he's been cooking. But like being a part of the East Low's merry band of magical offense, that man does not look the same, bro.
All I gotta say about that is last year we was in the 20s in offense. This year we in the top 5.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't care.
Hey,
last year,
figure it out.
Last year, Jaren and Dez, when they first started off the season, what were they? 0-33.
Man, 0 forever.
Figure it out.
Dribble Dez out there. Dribble Dez.
I think
Dez out there hooping like his girl was watching last year.
I
going crazy.
I think this offense. I think we're over crediting what this offense is doing to Dez's game. I legitimately think it's this offense. I think it's this. I think it's this.
Too, Kenny. I think that too, but I'm not gonna act like this offense isn't doing something because it's making. Bro, this shit got Jay Huff looking like Dirk Nowitzki, bro. And then Jay Huff was playing for nobody the last couple of years. But what are we talking about? Like this offense is making guys.
Thank you, Dez is the only player who.
So my question is, why is Dez's game not being elevated and everybody else's is?
Because
what's so different about his game?
His game requires him to. It's a lot of ISO stuff. It's a lot of pick and roll stuff. It's a lot of setting screens for him type stuff. And they're not doing that stuff this year. He's out there doing the same stuff, the same motions that Jalen Wells and all them dudes are in. Like he's doing this. There is all equal opportunity, bro.
He going to expand his game then.
Expand it out, man.
That's Ja. Like Ja ain't looking like Ja till he said, "All right, fuck this shit," but I'm gonna go do Ja shit. Like,
I mean, of course, but Ja is making a conscious effort to get everybody else involved as well. We all
got Jaren looking like Joel Embiid.
Hey, that's what we wanted.
Jaren looking like Kevin Garnett.
And I'll take it. I'll take that all day.
That man looking like Joel. Man looking like David Robinson out there.
You remember the last episode we was talking about? We didn't know who to compare Jaren to, and Zebo kind of mimicked. He said Rasheed Wallace. I was like, I thought about that one.
Mm-hmm. Rasheed had that mid-range game though.
Like, he did have a mid-range game, but every other thing
Jaren's got a deeper bag, man.
No, he got a deeper bag, but she was.
Jaren game out the dribble was kind of nasty. Real
nasty.
Yeah, man. But I tell you what, bro, that's all I got for the show. But I got one more thing.
No, we got one more. Yeah, we got one more.
One thing to talk about. We're gonna talk about the rest of the season. I don't care nothing about Friday. I don't care nothing about Sunday. Who we playing Sunday?
We're playing Brooklyn and LA. I care about both of these games.
I care about both of them. I care about both.
Because we 0-2 versus Brooklyn. Nah, we got to
get LA, and we never want to drop to LA, man. I don't want to
hear it. I hear it. I hate to look forward. I hate to look forward. God damn it. I'm looking what's today? The 13th?
Yep.
I'm looking 16 days down the goddamn.
Friday the 13th.
No, today, yeah. I'm looking 16 days down the goddamn calendar. You bitch ass, fake ass Memphis
Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City. Bro, I can't wait till we get y'all that, bro.
Go on win that cup.
Ooh, and I hope we just on a real streak. I hope we beat Brooklyn. I hope we beat the Lakers. Hope we just on like a
Golden State.
Hope we on like hope we on like a 13 out of 15 type vibe. Like it's busting ass. Man, I can't. Man, get y'all. Hey, bro, shout out to Vernon.
I'm ready to see Houston again too. Whenever I don't know where that early January. I'm ready.
Yeah, I gotta get that.
They feeling way too good about themselves.
My boy feeling they goddamn self. Man, hey, bro, we gonna bring these. Hey, shout out to Vernon was saying, bro. How the hell y'all thought we was gonna be bad this year? Shame on y'all, bro. Hey, shout out to Vernon, bro. That was
we ain't even had everybody back. We just now.
What did GG give it?
Folks were saying,
"Hey, ain't shit wrong with GG, bro."
I could talk. Hey, we could go. I could talk.
Hey, folks are saying the Grizzlies are gonna be out the playoffs this year, man.
Crazy. Hey, as we wrap up, man. Hey, I threw out something joking the other day about saying conspiracy, right? That they sitting out GG cause they can, because they try to keep him out of, kind of take him out of the trade conversation. Cause we bring him back and he hooping like, oh yeah, we want him now, motherfucker. Hey. Mother can't tell me GG 6 weeks away, bro. You can't tell me that, bro. Like, that man is not no damn whatever they saying.
For giving them idea. What's that guy name that was 2 years away from being Bruno treatment?
No.
2 years away from being 2 years
Bruno
away.
Caboclo. No.
Former Grizzly.
GG was out there on the court with these soft ass jaws on, and I know your foot broke. You ain't got them jaws on, because I'll tell you that now.
Not jaw ones.
No, he had the jaw twos on. These
jaw twos.
These soft as hell too. Now them jaw ones was a goddamn brick. That's probably how he broke his goddamn foot.
That's probably.
It's kind of pipping like, man. All right, Scott, you could be other man. Foot hurting like him up, but no. Man, we better get about this jump, man, for real though. But it's been a good show. Episode 150, man. All I know is that we finna be on y'all ass. The Grizzlies finna be on y'all ass, bro. But for Perry Sharkey, for Kenny Stubblefield, it's been another great show. Episode 150. But for real though, everybody that rock with us, we appreciate y'all. For the people who never see our faces, man, who just listen to us on the streaming, on the podcast, audio podcast. Appreciate y'all, man, for doing it. For y'all who've been rocking with us through 150 episodes. I think we're in a good place, gentlemen. I came to y'all one day. I said, bro, I want to totally change how the show look, how we do the show. It's just going to be us. If we get a guest, we get a guest. If we ain't, it's just us, man. We rocking. We going to do what we do. And we made that decision. We got rid of the three-pointer. We got rid of what else? We got rid of the inside the same brain. We just on here rocking, man. For it might be 30 minutes, it might be an hour, but hey, we just doing our thing. And I like it. I hope y'all like it too. If you have been liking the new format of the show, tell us in the comments, man. Share this joint. Like the show, all those type of things. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us for 150. We got 150 more for your ass coming, man. At least, man. Got 150 more coming. Hey, but we gonna party on Beale Street when we win this championship this year. Just keep that in mind, because the demon coming too. Zach Edey coming back real soon. So quit playing, bro. Quit playing. But anyway, for Perry Sharkey, for Kenny Stubblefield, it's your boy Anthony Sain. We got more coming up soon. We'll see y'all next week, man. And we out.
Thank you for listening to the Anthony Sain Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.